Ever feel like you're living in the future? Yeah, me neither. Ordering groceries online still feels kind of futuristic, and don't even get me started on those self-driving car things. But here's the kicker. The future is already here. It's just unevenly distributed, as some smart person probably said. And guess what's powering that unevenly distributed future? Three little words: AI, cloud, microchips. We're talking invisible forces shaping your world in ways you probably don't even realize. Artificial intelligence, AI, it's not just robots trying to take over the world, although, let's be honest, that's probably happening too. Nah, AI is quietly learning your coffee order, recommending your next binge-worthy show, even driving your grandma's Roomba around, hopefully not into the cat food again. Then there's the cloud, that mysterious digital ether where all your cat videos and embarrassing selfies reside. It's also the powerhouse behind countless apps and services, crunching data like a caffeine-fueled supercomputer. And let's not forget those tiny titans, microchips. These little guys are the brains behind everything from your microwave to your Tesla, silently orchestrating the symphony of modern life. So, buckle up, tech enthusiasts, because we're about to unravel the mysteries of these technological marvels and explore how they're shaping the world around us. From the moment your alarm goes off, probably powered by a microchip by the way, to your late-night doom scrolling through social media feeds curated by AI algorithms, these technologies are working overtime. They're like the behind-the-scenes crew of your digital life, making sure the show goes on, even if you don't know their names or appreciate their efforts. But here's the thing. Understanding how these technologies work isn't just about satisfying your inner geek. It's about empowering yourself to navigate the increasingly complex digital landscape. It's about knowing how your data is being used, how algorithms are shaping your online experience, and how to make informed decisions about the technology you invite into your life. Because here's the truth, AI, cloud computing, and microchips aren't just changing the world, they're the world we live in now. And to thrive in this brave new world, we need to move beyond simply using technology to truly understanding it. So whether you're a tech wizard or a self-proclaimed Luddite, this journey is for you. We'll demystify the jargon, explore the real-world applications, and maybe, just maybe, have a few laughs along the way because, hey, even the future deserves a little humor, right? Stick around because things are about to get interesting. Let's rewind, shall we? Back to a time before smartphones, social media, and even the internet as we know it. Picture this. It's the 1950s. The Cold War is in full swing, Elvis is shaking things up, and a bunch of brainy folks are starting to ask a question that's both thrilling and terrifying. Can we build machines that think? Thus, the field of artificial intelligence was born. Now, these early AI pioneers weren't building sentient robots to challenge them to chess matches. Well, not yet anyway. They were focused on the fundamentals: logic, problem-solving, language processing, essentially trying to teach machines to mimic the human brain, one algorithm at a time. And while these early computers were about as powerful as a toaster by today's standards, they laid the groundwork for everything that was to come. Little did they know, they were kicking off a technological revolution that would change the world in ways they couldn't even imagine. Of course, hindsight is 20/20th, right? Now, while those AI pioneers were busy teaching machines to think, another group of visionaries was dreaming even bigger. Their goal? To connect the world in a way that seemed like science fiction at the time. We're talking about the forefathers of cloud computing. One name you gotta know, J.C.R. Licklider. This guy was a rock star in the world of computer science, and back in the 1960s, he had a vision of a global network of computers, all sharing information and resources. Imagine that. A time when you couldn't just Google something on your phone. It took a few decades, a whole lot of innovation, and probably a ton of coffee, but Licklider's vision eventually became a reality. The internet, as we know it, was born. And with the internet came the perfect breeding ground for cloud computing to flourish. Because what good is all that computing power if you can't access it from anywhere, anytime? But hold on, our story isn't just about big brains and big networks. Let's talk about the little guy, the unsung hero of the technological revolution, the microcontroller. These tiny chips, often smaller than a fingernail, brought brought the power of computing to the masses. Suddenly, you didn't need a room-sized computer to crunch numbers or control machinery. Microcontrollers were embedded everywhere, making everyday objects smarter and more capable. From factories to automobiles, appliances to toys, microcontrollers were the secret sauce that made the world go round. They were the silent workforce, diligently carrying out their programmed tasks. No complaints, no coffee breaks, and they haven't stopped evolving. Today's microcontrollers are more powerful and versatile than ever, enabling innovations we could only dream of a few decades ago. Now fast forward to 2015. Mark Zuckerberg was busy making sure you saw ads for things you didn't know you needed. Self-driving cars were still stuck in the testing phase, and a group of tech titans and AI enthusiasts got together with a bold idea. Their mission to ensure that artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all of humanity. Enter OpenAI. This wasn't just another tech startup looking to cash in on the AI hype. OpenAI was different. They were playing the long game, aiming to build safe and beneficial AGI that would solve some of the world's biggest challenges. Of course, building AGI is no walk in the park. It's more like climbing Mount Everest while juggling chainsaws and trying to solve a Rubik's Cube, blindfolded. But OpenAI, with its team of brilliant minds and seemingly unlimited resources, has made some serious strides. But the question remains, will they save the world or accidentally unleash a robot uprising? Only time will tell. So, there you have it, a crash course in the history of AI, cloud computing, and microcontrollers. From those early days of clunky computers and wild dreams, we've come a long way, haven't we? What was once the stuff of science fiction is now our reality. And while we're still a long way from having robots serve us cocktails on Mars, although a guy can dream, right? The future is unfolding all around us. But it's not just about the technology itself, it's about what we choose to do with it. How will these powerful tools shape our lives, our societies, our very future? Well, that's up to us to decide. Stay tuned, because things are about to get really interesting. Remember those early AI pioneers trying to teach machines to think? Well, one of their biggest challenges was language. How do you get a hunk of metal and silicon to understand the nuances of human communication? It's like trying to explain sarcasm to a goldfish. But fast forward to today, and we've got AI systems that can write poetry, translate languages in real time, and even generate code. We're talking about language models, the rock stars of the AI world. These aren't your grandpa's chatbots, folks. These are sophisticated algorithms trained on massive datasets of text and code, capable of generating human-quality text that's both impressive and a little unsettling. We're talking about AI that can write screenplays, compose music, and even hold conversations that'll make you question if you're talking to a machine or a human with way too much time on their hands. It's enough to make you want to brush up on your binary code, just in case. Now, before you run for the hills and start stockpiling canned goods for the robot apocalypse, let's take a deep breath and separate the AI hype from reality. Yes, AI is powerful, and yes, it has the potential to change the world in profound ways. But it's not about to become self-aware and enslave humanity, probably. The truth is, most AI today is what we call narrow AI. It's really good at specific tasks, like playing chess, recommending products, or detecting fraud. But it's not about to achieve human-level intelligence and start composing symphonies or writing philosophical treatises, at least, not yet. That's not to say we shouldn't be thinking about the ethical implications of AI, because believe me, there are plenty. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. AI is a tool, and like any tool, it can be used for good or evil. It's up to us, the humans behind the code, to ensure that AI is developed and deployed responsibly. No pressure, right? Remember those clunky computers that took up entire rooms? Yeah, me neither. Thanks to the cloud, we can now access more computing power than ever before, all from devices that fit in our pockets. It's like having a supercomputer on demand, without the hefty price tag or the need for a team of engineers to keep it running. But the cloud isn't just about storage and processing power. It's the backbone of countless applications and services we use every day, from streaming movies and video conferencing to online banking and social media. It's the invisible infrastructure that connects us all, for better or worse. And it's not just for tech giants like Google and Amazon anymore. Cloud computing has democratized access to technology, allowing startups and small businesses to leverage the same tools and resources as their larger competitors. It's a level playing field, at least in the digital realm. So the next time you're binge-watching your favorite show or sharing a hilarious meme with your friends, take a moment to appreciate the cloud. Now let's talk about those tiny titans that are quietly powering our world microcontrollers. These little chips are the unsung heroes of the technological revolution, embedded in everything from your coffee maker and your car to your smartphone and your smartwatch. They're the brains behind the operation, controlling sensors, actuators, and other components to make our lives easier, safer, and more entertaining. And they're everywhere, even if you don't realize it. Without microcontrollers, our world would be a much different place. We wouldn't have smartphones, self-driving cars, or even those annoyingly catchy jingles that play when you forget to close the refrigerator door. Okay, maybe that last one is a bit of a stretch, but you get the idea. The best part? Microcontrollers are becoming increasingly affordable and easy to use, thanks to open-source platforms and a vibrant community of makers and hobbyists. So, even if you're not an electrical engineer, you can still get in on the fun and build your own gadgets and gizmos. Now let's get back to OpenAI, that band of tech rebels on a mission to save the world, or at least make it more interesting. They've been busy, folks, developing some seriously impressive AI tools and technologies that are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. We're talking about AI that can generate realistic images from your wildest dreams, write poetry that'll make Shakespeare jealous, and even compose music that'll get your toes tapping. It's like having a team of creative geniuses at your beck and call, except these geniuses are powered by algorithms and fueled by data. But OpenAI isn't just about fun and games. They're also tackling some serious challenges, like developing AI systems that can assist with scientific research, improve healthcare outcomes, and even combat climate change. It's enough to make you wonder if OpenAI is actually run by a bunch of secret superheroes in disguise. Now, before we get too carried away with all this technological marvel, let's address the elephant in the room: the ethical implications of AI, cloud computing, and all this interconnected wizardry. Because with great power comes great responsibility, or so Uncle Ben once said. Here's the thing, these technologies are powerful, and they're only going to become more so. That means we need to be thinking carefully about how they're developed, deployed, and used. We need to be asking tough questions about bias, privacy, and the potential impact on jobs and society. It's not about stopping progress, but about steering it in a direction that benefits all of humanity, not just a select few. It's about ensuring that these technologies are used for good, not for evil. It's a challenge, no doubt, but one we can't afford to ignore. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for AI, cloud computing, microcontrollers, and all this mind-blowing technology? Well, if history is any indication, it's going to be even more amazing, more challenging, and probably a little weirder than we can imagine. AI will continue to evolve, becoming more powerful, more capable, and hopefully more aligned with human values. Cloud computing will connect us in even more ways, for better or worse. Microcontrollers will become even smaller, more powerful, and more ubiquitous, quietly orchestrating the world around us. We might not have flying cars yet, although a guy can still dream, right? But the future is unfolding all around us. And the most exciting part, we get to be a part of it. So buckle up, tech enthusiasts, because the ride is just beginning. Let's talk about the future, shall we? Specifically your future, because whether you're a tech enthusiast or someone who still struggles to program their DVR, AI is coming for you. In a good way, hopefully. No, seriously, AI is poised to become even more integrated into our lives so seamlessly that you might not even realize it's happening. Imagine a world where your AI assistant knows you better than your significant other, your preferences, your schedule, even your most embarrassing, guilty pleasures. It's like having a personal butler, a life coach, and a mind-reading best friend, all rolled into one digital package. And hey, maybe your AI assistant can even give you relationship advice, because clearly, you're going to need it. But it's not just about convenience and personalized experiences. Remember the cloud? That magical digital realm where all your data lives? Well, it's about to get a whole lot smarter. We're talking about edge computing, folks, and it's going to change everything. Again. See, right now, most of the heavy lifting in the cloud happens in massive data centers, far, far away. But with edge computing, the processing power moves closer to the source of the data, like your smartphone, your car, or even your smart refrigerator. That means faster processing speeds, lower latency, and a whole lot less lag when you're trying to stream the latest episode of your favorite show while stuck in traffic. Plus, it opens up a world of possibilities for real-time applications, like autonomous vehicles, remote surgery, and maybe even robot butlers that can actually make a decent martini. Of course, with all this interconnectedness comes the inevitable question: are we one step closer to the robot uprising? Section 3. Microcontrollers. The silent revolution gets louder and stickier. They're small, they're mighty, and they're multiplying faster than rabbits on a caffeine binge. We're talking about microcontrollers, folks, and they're about to take over the world. Literally. Okay, maybe not take over the world, but they're definitely going to be everywhere. We're talking trillions of these tiny chips embedded in everything from your toothbrush and your clothing to your walls and even your body. It's the Internet of Things on steroids, folks. And it's going to change the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. Imagine a world where your refrigerator orders groceries before you even realize you're running low, your car diagnoses its own mechanical issues, and your house adjusts the lighting and temperature based on your mood. It's the ultimate in convenience and personalization, but it also raises some important questions about privacy and security. Section 4, OpenAI's endgame, benevolent overlords are just really good code. Now let's get back to OpenAI, shall we? That secretive organization with a mission so grand, so ambitious, that it makes landing on Mars look like a walk in the park. What are they really up to? Are they building a utopia powered by benevolent AI? Or are they accidentally unleashing a technological singularity that will make humans obsolete? Okay, maybe I'm being a little dramatic. But seriously, OpenAI is working on some seriously mind-blowing stuff. We're talking about AI that can write code, generate realistic images and videos, and even understand and respond to natural language with human-like nuance. It's enough to make you wonder if OpenAI is actually staffed by a team of time travelers who've seen the future and are trying to prevent us from destroying ourselves. Or maybe they're just really, really good at coding. So here's the million-dollar question, folks. What does the future hold for humanity in this age of AI, cloud computing, and ubiquitous microcontrollers? Will we embrace these technologies to create a better world for everyone? Or will we fall victim to our own creations, becoming slaves to the algorithms we've created? The truth is, no one knows for sure. The future is not predetermined, it's something we create through our choices and actions. AI, cloud computing, and microcontrollers are simply tools. And like any tool, they can be used for good or evil. It's up to us to decide how we want to use them. We have the power to shape our own destiny. We can choose to use these technologies to create a more just, equitable, and sustainable world. We can choose to prioritize human well-being over profit and efficiency. We can choose to work together across borders and disciplines to ensure that these technologies benefit all of humanity, not just a select few. The choice is ours. So there you have it, folks, a whirlwind tour of the future, brought to you by the letters A. I know it's a lot to process. You might be feeling excited, terrified, or maybe just a little bit confused. And that's okay. The future is inherently uncertain, and that's part of what makes it so exciting. But here's the good news, you don't have to figure it all out right now. Take a deep breath, unplug for a bit, and maybe go for a walk in nature. The robots aren't going to take over the world, probably. But seriously, the future is not something that happens to us. It's something we create. So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay engaged. The future of humanity depends on it. So there you have it, folks. We've journeyed from the humble beginnings of thinking machines and interconnected dreams to a present brimming with AI-powered marvels and a future bursting with mind-blowing possibilities. It's been a wild ride, hasn't it? Kind of like trying to explain the plot of Inception after a six-pack of Red Bull. But through all the technological jargon, the ethical dilemmas, and the occasional robot uprising joke, because hey, you gotta keep it light, right? One thing is clear. The symphony of AI, cloud computing, and microcontrollers is shaping the world around us in ways we're only just beginning to understand. It's a symphony that's constantly evolving, with each new advancement adding another layer of complexity, another movement in this grand technological masterpiece. And the best part? You're not just a spectator in this symphony, you're a participant. Every time you use your smartphone, stream a movie, or even just turn on your coffee maker, yep, probably powered by a microcontroller, my friend, you're interacting with this symphony of technology. But it's not enough to just be a passive user. We need to become more than just consumers of technology. We need to become conscious creators, informed citizens, and ethical stewards of these powerful tools. Educate yourself. Stay informed about the latest developments in AI, cloud computing, and microcontrollers. Question everything. Don't be afraid to ask tough questions about the ethical implications of these technologies, and most importantly, get involved. Support organizations, initiatives, and individuals who are working to ensure that these technologies are used for good. The future is not predetermined. It's something we create together, one line of code, one cloud connection, one tiny microchip at a time. So stay curious, stay engaged, and keep exploring. The symphony is just beginning.